Well, I've got an interesting subject for you today. I want to think for a little while with you about joy suckers. You know what a joy sucker is? All of us do, because every now and then we come up against somebody who sucks joy out of us. I want to suggest that you spend time around positive people. I decided early in my life that I was going to do that. Once I got out into ministry, I realised there are plenty of people in the church who will draw the life out of you, who will get you down, who will depress you over non-essential issues. So I concentrated on spending as much time as I could with people who were positive. Years ago, I got invited up to Sydney by a very successful minister who had a lunch hour service. It was a businessman service, and a lot of professional people came to it, and he asked me to come up and speak, and I did. When we got back to his office, his secretary said, I got this very unusual phone call from a man who called himself Freddie Fantastic Fuller. My friend said, oh, fantastic. He said, I remember him. I met him in America. She said, yes, he wants to see you. He's over in a big hotel nearby. So he said, you've got to come and meet this man. So we went over there and go up in the elevator, knock on the door. He opens the door. He's a big man. I mean, about 6'6". He looks at my friend. He grabs him, pins him by the arms, lifts him up and kissed him on the lips, put him down. I thought, oh, yuck. Then he said, my friend said, oh, this is Barry, and he gave this big build up to me, and the guy looked at me, he grabbed me, and here am I, hanging, delicately looking at his fate worse than death, and all he did was went like this, and I felt my backbone crack, and he said, I'm also a chiropractor, put me down. Can we go inside? And he said, why haven't I written a book this year? My friend said, I don't know, Freddie, why? He said, no, well, why haven't I? Gordon said, I don't know. So he hit him. And then he turns to me. I'd never even heard of the man. He said, why haven't I written a book this year? I said, I've got no idea. And he hit me. Then we started juggling ourselves around. Well, he got onto the subject of joy suckers. He said, I won't write books that make people happy, that lift people, give them potential. But he said, this world just draws the life out of you. When I left him, I thought of that wonderful term, joy sucker. I thought, there are joy suckers, aren't there? Even in little things. I remember when I was minister of a small church, there was one lady there who was a joy sucker, I have to admit it. She had the ability, when you talked to her, that you could not escape. I had to study carefully. I learnt what it was. They always breathe in the middle of a sentence. So if you get to an end of a sentence, normally you can come in, but they just continue on and on and on. And I was captured for ages with it. And it wasn't as if we were talking about anything that was important. I ran into her one day downtown. She's coming out of a chemist shop as I was about to go in. And I made a terrible error. Shocking error. I said, how are you? Well, for the next half hour, I learned about how she was, how her sister was, how her dog was, and on and on and on it went, and I'm just sitting there thinking, oh, goodness. Finally, I said to her, well, I've just come from a suburb, an area where the people haven't got a care in this world. She said, I'd like to be there. I said, it's the cemetery. Isn't it true? The only time we won't have any troubles in this world will be in the cemetery, and as believers in Christ we'll be quite happy. However, for the moment, look to have people around you that fill your tank. Look for people who believe the glass is half full, and it will help you. Thank you.